back to my YouTube space. So I'm coming on here to do a follow-up video and talk about how my planners are working out since the start of the year, since I did my 2024 planner lineup video. And if I want to summarize this video, everything has changed. But nonetheless, I wanted to show everything, talk about why it didn't work out, why I went back to my 2-planner system, which I'll show you guys what I'm using now, and why I intend to stay in that system for the rest of the year. I may or may not planner hop. That's something that I just enjoy doing, but for the most part, I'm very happy with the 2-planner system that is, that I have set up going on. Actually, I'm using 3 things. I have 2 planners and a journal, so I'm using 3 planners in total now. But this stack that I did a video on initially at the start of the year is not being used, to be very honest. So like my video, I'm going to go through each planner and talk about why it didn't work out. So let's start with my Hobonichis. Just to put it out there, most of the planners just didn't work out because I got bored of them. And to be very honest, I find that a perfectly valid reason to move away from a planner, because obviously if you're investing time to sit down, write, plan your day, you need to enjoy your planners. So that is why some of the planners just simply did not work out. Hobonichi Weeks is one of them. I get bored of Hobonichi Weeks all the time. I'm very inspired when I see other people use it, and then I pick it up. I don't use it. I put it away. I had purchased around about 4 Hobonichi Weeks this year, and it's the first time I've done so many purchases from Hobonichi itself, especially buying multiple Hobonichi Weeks. And do I regret it? No, because actually having these in my hand helped me decide whether I want to use them or not. This, for example, was going to be my everyday carry or a purse planner. It was just going to sit in my bag. I decorated it. I was using it, I think, up until mid-Feb, and then I think I mentioned this in my last video as well. Every February, I abandoned my Hobonichi Weeks. I just get bored of them. I don't like the size. I don't like the size of the Hobonichi Weeks. I think that's one of the main reasons why I quickly fall off the bandwagon. Like, for example, if I'm sitting down and planning my week out, I just don't find this space enough for myself when I'm planning, and I don't like tiny planners. I have my comfort zone when it comes to the size of a planner, and I'll show you guys which 2 sizes suit me the best. So I was using this as an everyday carry entirely in January and February, and mid-Feb I sort of abandoned it, and I didn't use it since then. The back notes pages were just some random things, notes on the go. I didn't think too much about it. I decorated it. I did really like this particular Hobonichi Weeks. I just found it so cute and so pretty, and I really liked having this in my bag. But to be honest, Hobonichi Weeks was not gonna work for me. I was very confident that it will initially, but it's okay. I have decided to put it away, and if I ever feel inspired again, I can just pull this out and start from wherever I left off. That's perfectly fine with me. So this was my everyday carry that is no longer in the picture. The second one was my goals planner. I went big with this. I had so much hope about this Hobonichi Weeks working out. I wanted to mark my wins in this yearly overview. I wanted to track my goals throughout the month, and I wanted to set targets. I had big plans for this Hobonichi Weeks, and they quickly just ended up not working out because, like every year, I went back to planning my goals in my main daily planner. So I like having my goals in a planner where I am, a planner that I'm using every day, basically. So I did set this up, and I did start writing in it, but I quickly copied everything into my main A5 planner, and this no longer is in the picture as well. And I'm perfectly fine with that because my goal planning is happening in my main daily planner, and that's just more comfortable for me. So moving on to the next planner, this is my Jibun Techo. The amount of time that I was in this planner, I really enjoyed it. I love this planner. But then mid-February, again, I had another idea about, sorry, I can't show some pages. I had another idea about combining my everyday carry and messy planner. So this was my messy planner initially, where I would just like scratch down plans and take notes. And then, you know, when I'm using my main daily planner, I would sort of migrate important information. Again, you can see that I really enjoyed this planner, and it was messy and it was like guilt-free planning. So I enjoyed using it. But then somewhere around February, I decided that I wanted to combine my everyday carry and my messy planner. I did not want to have two separate ones. I think there was a lot of duplication going on in terms of planners. So just to give you guys some context, this was my everyday carry, this was my messy planner, and I decided to combine both of these into one, and that's been working out, and that's always worked out. For the past couple of years, I've always had one everyday carry, and I would also messy plan and sort of decor it up, you know, put washi stickers, take scratch notes, everything in the same planner. So that's why I stopped using the Jibun Techo. So on to the next two planners. These are the A5s that I showed in my video initially, and I'm just going to quickly go through why they didn't work out. So I did change what I've been using the Hobonichi Han for a few times. Initially, I said this was going to be my main daily planner. Then I had issues with the paper, the new Tomoe River paper. Decided to just put this aside and use it as a daily brain dump book. And eventually I just altogether abandoned it because I didn't need a reason to use it anymore. So this is how it looked initially. For me, there was just a lot of bleed through, and I take my paper very seriously, which is why I decided to stop using it. This is how I used it the first few days, and then I got into messy daily brain dumps. That was working out fine. And then when I started using my other A5 exclusively, I was just doing my brain dumps in there, and I didn't need this planner anymore. So I did use it throughout January, but I stopped using it in Feb. On to the next A5 planner, which is the Sterling Ink Common Planner. This was my main daily planner since the start of the year, and I absolutely love this planner. The only reason I kind of moved away from this as a main daily planner was because I found another planner that was more suitable to my needs. I had this planner decked out, so if you guys want to see like flips of this planner, you can check out my Instagram. But I decorated it and I made this planner really my own. I'm still finding ways to use this, to be honest, because I love the paper. I love how it looks. I've got my favorite stickers in here, but I do not need two main daily planners. So these were my monthlies. As you can see, I like kind of exclusively just used this planner since the start of the year. So these were my weeklies, and the deciding factor of which planner to use were actually the weeklies. I'm not a weekly planner person. I prefer to have a weekly overview, to be honest, which is why I moved away from this planner, because most planners, the common planner, they have their own set of weeklies, and the current one that I'm using don't. It just has a weekly overview, and that's what suits me better. So I had a reference. So after the weeklies, I set up like 50 odd pages as my reference information. I had like yearly lists in here. I'm gonna skip through some because they're kind of private pages, but I had a lot of information in here, to the extent where I'm still in the process of transferring some information from here. So these were my dailies. Absolutely love how these turned out. And I might still be just brainstorming in here sometimes. Whenever I feel like picking this up, I'm going to use this as a brain spill, mind mapping notebook, because I did mention this on my Instagram, where I said that I do want to try and finish this planner, like use up all the pages in the back, because it's just so satisfying to see all these pages filled up. And that's what I did for the past couple of days as well. Anytime I wanted to like do a small brain spill or something, I would just come in here, write the date, and I would take my notes in here as needed. So I do have somewhere around 250 pages left in this planner, and I might just be using them as brain spills and brainstorming pages whenever needed. So that is what I had initially intended to use as my main daily planner. So on to the planner that I'm still using from my initial stack, and this is the only thing that actually I used, or I intend to use throughout the year, is my journal. So my standard size journal is working out great. I'm gonna do a quick flip of how this looks like. So I buy Sterling Ink's stickers and to decorate this journal. So I'm using the main stickers or the theme stickers over here to just like maybe have a collection of all the themes that I'm going to be using throughout the year from Sterling Ink. Hope that makes sense. I'm not using any of these yearly pages in this because this is, again, just a journal. I'm doing main daily highlights as memories in the monthly. So just a snippet of what happened that day. I still have to get March, the collection for March for the stickers. This is how my weeklies look like. So micro journaling on the left and just a weekly overview on the right. I have been consistently using this planner and I really like how it's turning out. I don't pressure myself. I just write whatever I want to, even if it's not filled out. That's perfectly fine for me. So I do have to do this week. The only thing is that this was the 520-page planner and I'm not using the back pages as much as I want to for journaling. But again, I don't want to pressure myself. I just do free flow journaling in the back and decorate it to my liking. I only did like 2 pages for February. I have to start March in here. But I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out at the end of the year, and maybe next year, if this is a success, I might just get a compact from Sterling Ink so that I can use it as my journal. And that is working out. That is still in my daily rotation where I pick this up daily. So this is the first thing that is from my stack. And finally, we get into the planners that I'm currently using. So other than my Sterling Ink standard size journal that I'm using on a daily basis or anytime I get time to, I'm using these 2 planners. And this is my original 2 planner system where I have a main daily planner and an everyday carry. And these are working out great. I'm so excited to show you guys how I'm using these. I just started in them, so there's a lot of blank spaces. I'm going to be filling this out or filling out the planner as much as I can for a couple of months, and then I'll do a flip of the planners once I get a chance. So this is my everyday carry. It's the Giramondo or the standard size in the black Apoca from Julio. And standard size is the one of the sizes that I'm most comfortable in because it has that A5 height. I love using the size. And because it's narrow, I can carry it. And I think I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos as well. So I am using the Paper Test Designs Yearly Notebook Undated in here, which she just launched. And I was divided between using this and the standard size Sterling Ink. But because I had this planner on the way already, I just decided to go ahead and set this up. And maybe after using this for this year, I'll have more clarification about how I want to use my everyday carry and maybe even get a Sterling Ink next year. So in my everyday carry, I'm going to be doing my messy planning, scratch planning, on-the-go planning, putting down my errands, tracking my spending, using it as a budget book, maybe meal planning. Meal planning is one of the main reasons why I did need an everyday carry in place, because I'm trying to be better at meals and cooking at home, or making sure that we just eat healthy, I guess. So this is how I'm using it. I have my weekly overview on the left, and then I just do daily to-dos, and I constantly have this in my hand. Again, this is an empty planner because I just got this, and once it's more filled out, I would love to do a flip of this and let you guys know how it's going. So yeah. Finally, the star of the show is this A5 zip planner in the purple croc eye, which I just received from Julio. It's been one of the planners that has been on my wish list, and I absolutely love this. This is a very sturdy leather. I love the look of it. It's so dark and beautiful for me. I'm into black Apoca, black croc matte, but I'm also into the purple Apoca and the purple croc eye planners, which is why these are the only two kinds of planner covers that you'll see in my collection. So in here, I'm using the yearly notebook, again, the undated from Paper Test Designs that she just released, and I plan to use this as my main daily planner. I have not been able to like put down a lot of decoration in here, but I'm slowly and surely transferring all of the information from my previous main daily planner in here. And once I'm done with the migration, I am going to order some stickers and set this up. So I have to put down the year at a glance. I've got my master task list going on. I've got my important dates and my perpetual calendar. I've got my monthly goals going on over here, and I'm tracking the dates on the left. Then you get into the month on 2 pages, which I am using heavily for important dates, highlights, things that I need to get done, tracking some things that I need done around the house or personally. And then something about this planner is that you get 2 blank pages between the month on 2 pages. So I'm doing my monthly overview over here. Because of the entirely different layout, this planner has been some sort of an adjustment for me, and I'm kind of trying to get used to the layout. But it's working out, to be honest. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. This is my yearly overview. I'm gonna be putting down my goals and achievements over here, my financial overview, and then you get into the dailies. So this planner does not have like a dedicated weekly section. It just has a weekly overview and just notes pages. So I've made 1 page as a monthly overview with a perpetual calendar like I was doing in my Sterling ink. And then here is the weekly overview. So I just have like a quick glance about what's going on that day. And then you just get 7 pages of dailies, which I'm using as daily to-dos, notes, anything that I need to. If I run out of pages during those 7 days, then I can just use the next set of pages. I don't mind that. And so this was Jan and Feb, which I'm still sort of filling out. I've started to plan in here starting March. So let's just quickly go to March. And this was my overview page for March. I'm also doing monthly wrap-ups on the last page of each month. I decided to play out with some layouts. I don't want to do layouts. I'm just going to be putting my weekly overviews on the left and just continue with my daily to-dos on the right. And that is what I'm doing this week. So this is my weekly overview page, and then I just get into my dailies. So it is currently Thursday. This is how I planned last night. I did a brain spill and another colored pen, and I'm just going to continue using this as is. Then you do, in the A5 version, you do get like 100 odd pages as notes pages, blank pages in the back, which I'm using as my reference and notes. So I'm going to be transferring all of those reference pages from my previous A5 into here. This is my monthly, weeklies, my financial plans, home setup, and other notes in here. So this is my main daily planner. I'm so excited to show you guys once I have this more filled out, and I'll do a flip of my main daily planner and my everyday carry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In conclusion, these are the only 3 planners that I'm using: my everyday carry, my journal, and my main daily planner. This is my comfort zone and I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me on this YouTube channel, this YouTube video, and I hope to see you guys again.